Set the Shakyamuni Buddha, the historical Buddha, apart was that not only did he attain enlightenment, but he went out and taught and shared what he had found. So those two qualities in the perfect state is what we refer to as the Bodhisattva ideal, what we refer to as Amida. Wisdom to attain enlightenment, to go out and teach, compassion. So wisdom and compassion have to be there together for enlightenment to be. The Bodhisattva ideal, the best example that I like is the fact, you imagine a group of people, travelers, crossing the desert. And they've been traveling for miles and miles and miles and days and days and days. And then they come to a wall that's, really high, at least 12 feet high, and it goes on for as far as they can see in both directions. So the travelers have a meeting and decide, discuss what they should do. Some people want to go right, some people want to go left, some people want to go back. And then after discussion, they decide to send one person over the wall to see what's on the other side so they can report back. They send one person over and then nothing. They wait and wait and no response. And some people say there must be something terrible on the other side, and that's why, and he died. Some people say, well, maybe he got hurt and whatever. So they go, on and on having a discussion. They discuss this, and then they said, well, let's send one more person over and just to see. And then they send another person over, and again, there's no response. After that, they have one more meeting, and then a lot more people want to go back now and such, but then they discuss and they say, well, they'll try one more time. So they send this one person over, and he sees the other two in this beautiful oasis in a pond, waving at them, eating, they're eating fresh fruit and stuff, and they're waving at him to come over and join them. And he starts going over, and then he stops and he thinks, it's great over here, but the rest of the people are worried. So he decides to go back and get everybody else over the wall, and so that they can enjoy that same, benefits. So this is the Bodhisattva ideal. That person is a Bodhisattva. He puts off his own happiness for the sake of everybody else, to get everybody else over, because as a group, they're one. They're one people. So this ideal of a bodhisattva is very important, and then from that, the echo or merit transference or directing comes. So a person saves the others by directing, the merits that he accumulates to attain enlightenment. In our Jodo Shinshu teaching, we don't try to gain merit. All right? In our Jodo Shinshu teaching, we don't try to gain merit. We don't have merit badges or brownie points or whatever you call them. And all of this was done and completed by Amida Buddha, who's directing those merits to us. Right? So this is saying that to get over to the other shore, to the Pure Land, Amida has done everything. But another aspect of this is that people say that Pure Land is a beautiful place, but there's nobody there. But there's nobody there. And the reason that there's nobody there is that all those that have gone to the Pure Land have come back to lead us to the Pure Land, right? To lead us to the Pure Land. This needs more explanation, so come back next week. I'm going to get 3 weeks out of this. But anyway, are there any questions? I mean, this is summertime, so we can answer the questions. I'm sure there are a lot of questions about this because it's a little more complicated. It's not our regular type of regular service in many ways. You got to do karaoke, you got lecture, you get to do all kinds of stuff.